nation's one and only Spider-Man. At least I was.
Are you lonely? It must be hard, feeling so alone.
Of course, Lord Sunless. What is your true name, then? Sunny stared at him, the smile frozen on his face. Harper was still grinning, waiting for the answer. Why did he have to ask that question? But it was too late. What happened couldn't be changed. Harper finally sensed that something was wrong. His eyes widened. Sun picked up the crude iron knife and stabbed it through the poor young man's heart, pushing the knife into Harper's weak body. Harper's wide eyes were full of pain and terror, staring at Sunny with a silent but deafening question. Why? Sunny whispered. I am lost from light.
Less remarkable. You know, the usual stuff. Slaying dozens of awakened creatures, being resurrected from the doors of death by a beautiful princess, summoning ancient horrors from the depths of the cursed sea, outsmarting ancient fiends to escape from their clutches, sailing through the abyss on a boat made of demon bones, fighting gargantuan leviathans underwater and so forth. Mundane crap like that.
A gargling laughter escaped from Sunny's lips. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Kill me again, bastard. Kill me as many times as you want. In this nightmare, I am just a mundane swordsman. But in the next one, or the one after that, or the one after that, be someone powerful enough to rip you to shreds. And then I will kill you again and again and again. Let's see which one of us is going to break first, you wretched pony. The black steed looked down at Sunny, his eyes igniting with ghostly crimson flames. He snorted quietly and then opened his mouth, full of sharp teeth that were more like those of a wolf than that of a horse. And then the nightmare bit down on the trembling human's head, easily crushing it between his mighty jaws. Sunny died and woke up with a tortured scream. It was time to face a new day. He rolled out of the dingy tent he had been sleeping in and grinned, mad sparks igniting in his dark eyes. It was time to hunt an evil horse. Crazy, huh? It is almost as if after you have already been gutted once, nothing else can impress you that much. Or if you have already watched your mother die once, the second time won't be as, well, maybe it would. I don't know. I'm a bit confused about what is real and what is not. Maybe I am myself not real. The nightmares never ended, bleeding into one another. Each time, Sunny woke up sure that the agony he had experienced was just a harrowing dream. But very soon, his waking life would turn into pure horror itself. And then he would die. And then it would be time to face a new day again. Sunny dreamt of being mighty and weak, young and old, men and women, humans and beasts. Their end was always the same. Everywhere he went, everywhere he fled, no matter who he was, there was only pain and death and madness. It was as though everyone he met was infected by a terrible, unexplainable madness. The whole world was mad, and he was slowly going mad too. Sunny and the diabolical steed of the fallen Shadow Lord battled across an endless tapestry of nightmares. Both were possessed by an insatiable desire to destroy the other, burning with bloodlust, fury, and relentless killing intent. Their blood flowed across 100 harrowing dreams.
This beautiful steed was tamed by the treacherous lost from light in the depths of a harrowing dream. The two shadows battled across countless nightmares, shattering them all apart. Neither was willing to give up, so in the end, the nightmares did.
Good horse, Nightmare. Don't you worry. You and I are going to terrorize so many humans, nightmare creatures, and vile immortals. The only thing scarier than a treacherous shadow is a treacherous shadow atop a magnificent shadow horse, after all.
Vile Bale! All terror incarnate! There is life in me yet! I will soon feast upon your heart!
In the center of the Great Hall, surrounded by a swirling hurricane of light and darkness, a vague and graceful silhouette towered above the broken chains. He couldn't quite tell where the light ended and where her numinous body began. Perhaps Hope had no body at all, and was instead made of pure radiance, pure darkness. He felt as if her nebulous visage was almost human-like, but also inexplicably alien. The shapes and contours were both correct and wrong, both familiar and strange, both pleasing and revolting, and beautiful, so beautiful. She was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. She was the most terrifying thing he had ever seen. She was divine, unholy, unknown, unknowable, a demon. And she was leaving. Sonny couldn't see much, but he clearly understood that Hope was ready to disappear. Maybe she was already half gone, and all he saw was an afterimage. And yet, he had to. He had to. His mind was scattered and empty, and he didn't quite remember what he wanted to do, what he desired. Sonny gritted his teeth and then screamed, letting his desire dictate the question. Wait, don't go. Tell me why the Lord of Light did this. Why did the gods imprison you? Why couldn't they just kill you? Why? The demon of desire paid him no attention. For a moment, Sonny thought that he would not receive an answer. But then, something changed. Hope moved and was suddenly beside him. Her face, which was weaved of light and darkness, encompassed the whole world. Her radiant eyes peered into the deepest, most hidden parts of his soul. And then a voice that sounded like the rustle of countless leaves, like a myriad of prayers, like the wind that blew between the stars, whispered into his ear.
Because we are their flaw.
Sonny's eyes grew wide, and then everything became dark. Your nightmare is over. Prepare for appraisal.
A lonesome shadow came to a land of shattered dreams. It was captured and thrown into a cage, but escaped by weaving sorceries from its own soul. The shadow beheaded itself to take the slave collar off its neck, and lost its heart to win its freedom. Leaving the Colosseum behind, the shadow traveled far and got sad. It lived 100 lives and died 100 deaths within a dreadful nightmare, forgetting what it was and where it came from. The shadow did not break, and so the nightmare broke instead. Free once again, the shadow befriended a mad sorcerer, a feral child, a crippled archer, and a blind prophet. Together, they collected the deaths of the immortal lords and waged a war against the holy city. The lords were killed, the city was destroyed. The shadow broke the chains of hope and set desire free. Wake up, Sunless. Your nightmare is over.
Fear, throw me a bomb on it, be like quarterback. Stolen fear, hold